Okay, we are back here with the self-proclaimed videoholic Ray Glasser.
Thank
and,
you.
We were just talking to him with him about how he started, when he started with his collection of the beta tapes. And before we get on to our next topic, I did want to bring up how special that kind of a collection was when you first started, because back then when he first started, not everybody had cable. There
Almost
was no
one.
Yeah, there was no internet, so it was
no
very
satellite dishes.
right. So
Right.
For someone that that wanted to see a particular program, movie, anything that was on TV, it was very hard. And you had a lot of this stuff. So then you started trading with people.
Right. I have to show this. I really do, because this is what actually got us going. See if I can get the right one out. That's what I'm looking for. This magazine was instrumental for a lot of us early video files in the 70s in getting us in touch with other people to trade tapes with, because like you said, there was no internet, no cable TV, no satellite, no Redbox, no Netflix. All we had was telephone and mail to communicate with people back then. And if somebody in Illinois had HBO and could get a movie for me, and I could tape a Twilight Zone off Channel 43 at midnight for him,
Right.
we traded tapes. And many tapes on this wall are from other people. To this day, I never got rid of them because they're too rare.
And there was a cable show out in Florida. I think it was called Nighttime TV.
Nightlife.
Nightlife TV.
Right. That's
And you had
right.
a small segment on there every once in a while, Cleveland's
Tech Report.
Tech Report.
Cleveland Tech Report from my friend Carrie Decker.
Right. And
That was on the air for almost 7 years on cable TV in Florida.
And people
Yeah.
were probably watching that and saw you on there. And did you get a lot of requests for trades due to that
No.
show? No.
Actually, I didn't. Believe it or not, I never did. No.
You would think that was
Yeah.
that was the.
It didn't happen that
no?
way. No. It was for the fun of it.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. I showed how to build a video library, how to organize a collection, and I showed off my new Betamaxes, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I wish I could have saw that. I don't know how to organize anything.
Well, I have some on this wall if you ever want to see them.
Oh, okay.
Of course. I
Train
have
me,
them.
Sensei. I want to
Of
know how to
course.
organize it. My wife wants me to know how to organize it.
Speaking of organizing, let's talk about what you're doing with a lot of your collection now. You have onto the new age of talking about internet.
Right.
You have a YouTube channel or many YouTube channels now with your content.
I have 10 active YouTube channels right now, and there's a reason for that. Back in 2007, a friend of mine told me about YouTube. He was in a band and said, I put up a video of our band playing last night on YouTube. I said, what's YouTube? And he explained to me it's a file sharing channel on the internet. And you can upload videos to there. Everybody can see it. I thought, what a great idea. It's a great concept. So I began uploading commercials for the Betamax on there, and people began responding, hey, this is cool, do you have any more? And what else do you have? And all of a sudden, half my library is up on YouTube now. I basically grouped my channels by decade, 50s to 70s videos, 80s, 90s, and so forth and so on. I have one channel that's only camera videos, my vacation videos in Las Vegas, my videos of moving from here to there, whatever. It's on the Videoholic Returns channel. I have one channel called My TV Collection. It's only entire TV shows, nothing else. Then I have one called Videoholic Ultimate, which is everything I've ever uploaded, 2,300 videos in one channel, in one place.
Wow.
Yeah.
You'll be on the computer all day long.
I pretty much am. Matter of fact, if I can show, I've actually archived my YouTube videos on CDs and ultimately DVDs. These are just full of video files, and I can re-upload them to YouTube as I need to. So it works out pretty good. Again, I'm organized, and I'm glad that I am, because I can just find anything I need in this room.
Except for gargoyles from...
Well, it's up there. I'll get to it. I think it's number 79. Yeah.
Okay. 79. Yeah, we're getting there.
There we
He's already
go.
narrowed
There
it down
we
a
go.
little bit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
Now, you said about the about your vacation videos. I believe I watched one of those where when you were on vacation as a kid in Vegas with your parents, right?
No.
That wasn't you? Okay, somewhere,
No,
dude.
no, I was in Vegas, not as a kid. I moved there in 1994.
Okay.
I had a job offer there. But I used to go to the electronics show in January since 1981. I haven't missed a show since then. And I meet a small circle of friends out there every year, and we look at all the new gear at the CES, and we always put ourselves on video, and we take a camcorder in the show, show the newest gear, and that was a big part of Carrie Decker's Nightlife show in the 80s, showing the CES show every January.
Cool. Hey, that sounds like fun. We should go out there one year.
It is a
One
lot
these
of fun,
years. Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Hey. Well, and we're going to look at some more stuff when we come back, because this guy just keeps doing everything. This guy's not only videoholic, but I think he's also a radioholic, I've heard.
Kind of.
Well, we're going to come back and
Kind
we're
of
going
a
to talk some
radio
more
fan.
about some of his other experiences. But right now, we're going to have an experience of our own. We're going back to this movie.
Sounds good.
See you in a little bit. Well, we're back, and we're still here with Ray Glasser, and we're checking out his awesome video collection, YouTube master,
brother.
self-proclaimed videoholic.
Oh, brother.
I know where I'm going to hang out when I got nothing to do.
There you go.
But now
We did find gargoyles though.
yeah, we did. He found
it's not-
gargoyles.
My friend Mike took it. Mike,
It's not
hope you're
here.
enjoying it.
Yeah, but he has. You wouldn't. I'm not even going to explain to you how he found it, but he found it. And so within about 5 minutes, but it wasn't here. But it's not his fault because he lends it out because that's a fun thing to do, right?
Plus it's not here, right.
Is that not the fun?
There you go.
To share and to receive.
Of course.
the
Well, that's
whole
what
fun of it.
YouTube's all about. Now I have a way of sharing some of these rare TV clips and commercials and IDs and promos with the world, thanks to YouTube. Yeah.
Well, and before you got started video, I know that you were into audio.
Radio.
Radio. But
I've got about-
before we get into radio, though,
Okay.
I got to ask this. I got to
Sure,
ask.
sure.
Because we heard that you did an audio interview with
The man.
the man
The
himself.
man himself, my hero, Ghoulardi, the late Ernie Anderson.
Could you tell
and
us
by
a
the
little
way,
bit?
this is the whole issue. This is not just the cover. This is the whole issue from May of 1965. No kidding. Yeah, I know. There we go.
What was on at midnight on? Oh wait, that doesn't get cable.
No, we can actually find out if you want. Go to Channel 8. There we go, TV Tonight.
What does it
Look
say?
at that, Channel 8 report and Ghoulardi. Can you zoom in on that? Midnight,
Ghoulardi.
Channel 8, 11:30.
It doesn't say the movie; it just says Ghoulardi, right?
Well, it might
What
say
does it say?
here.
We're gonna check it out. We'll let you know.
Here, check it out. 1 a.m. Movies. Doesn't even say.
'Cause most people are probably asleep by
Mervis
then.
Slattery's People Tonight. Movies. Nope, doesn't say. Oh well.
Eh,
Doesn't say.
What are you gonna do?
This is, by the way, I was a big Ghoulardi fan, and this is the first and oldest article I have from the Plain Dealer or the press, one of the two, about Ghoulardi from early 1963. Been on the air for, what, 4 months? He started in
Okay.
January.
You tell
I
me.
think. Yeah.
I'm young.
And I have a lot of Ghoulardi audio on tape. And yes, I did interview him back in September of 1964. I took my trusty Webcore tape recorder into the Channel 8 studios. I was his first audience, by the way. And I taped his show with my microphone from inside the studio. After the show, I said, could I possibly do an interview with you? He said, sure, why not? So I interviewed him about his show and his career and all that. And of course, that interview was up on YouTube.
All right. Now I was
Yeah,
going to
it's a
say earlier that
classic.
I think I heard that, but I'm not going to say because you'll tell me no, it wasn't me. But it was a cool interview. The
Thank
one
you.
I heard, so I think
Yeah,
it was yours.
yeah. It's fun to do.
So I mean, but how was he? Like, was he like you were there? You were there. We were young babies. And,
I was only 17 when I
well,
did
but
that.
still, you
yeah.
were old enough to remember things. How was it being there at the time and with the vibe and everything?
So cool, so cool. Watching him alone in the studio on this stool with his light coming up, say, hey, group, and all this other stuff, and there's nobody else there. He's talking to the camera like I'm doing now, but you saw him at home, and a lot of people saw him at home, and it was just spooky watching this guy alone in the studio with just him and a cameraman doing his thing. But that's TV. That's how it works. It was great.
Wow, because he made it
Great.
feel like he was talking to each person,
Exactly,
and he was all
exactly.
alone
Right.
like that.
Very
So,
true.
okay, well, hey, that's cool. I mean, that's the kind of history I like to hear.
Yeah.
That's what the show's all about.
There you
Sometimes,
go.
sometimes. But tell us a little bit about your radio stuff now.
Well-
I do believe that weren't you part of the first radio station in Mayfield Heights?
Right.
So you had a radio station that came about in an odd manner.
Very odd manner. When I was 12...
Get your own microphone. What am I doing?
Okay. Oh, that's right. When I was 12 years old, I had a friend who had a neighbor that worked at a Cleveland radio station. He was an engineer. He had a lot of the equipment in his house, and he ran wires from his house to my friend's house, and he put us on the air. He had a transmitter and all the stuff needed to put a station on the AM dial. We had turntables, a mixer, a microphone, and at 12, I was playing records. And this is one of two newspaper articles I still have to this day from 1960 about that station. And that actually piqued my interest in top 40 radio and rock and roll. Here's the other one. And to this day, I still enjoy playing records. So from 1960 to 2013, I'm still on the air.
Wow.
A friend of mine in Lakewood and I have recreated Wixie 1260 on the internet. If you go to Wixie1260online.com, you'll see our station's website, and we stream 24/7, and we play Wixie jingles, Wixie music, Wixie air checks, and it's a lot of fun. And about once a month, we do a live radio show. I go down to Lakewood, and I play records along with a woman named Lisa Jordan, who's from Akron, who found us, and we do a joint radio show. It's a heck of a lot of fun.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is.
And so you got all this radio stuff, and you have a pretty extensive collection of radio air checks.
I do. In fact, on that wall, I have about 300 7-inch reels.
There's another wall?
Which is a, it's on my closet, actually.
Wow.
It's a venerable history of Cleveland radio going back to 1963, up through the disco era, about 1978. And then when I got into video, I said, well, there just aren't enough hours in a day to follow radio and video, so goodbye radio, hello video. And I was like collecting video full time. And radio kind of just fell by the wayside.
But now you crawled a little bit back into radio.
Yeah, just with this online
fun.
Wixie 1260 station, right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, that's a busy guy. It's a good thing you're retired then, I guess.
Yeah, because there's not enough hours in a day to do what I want to do.
Jeez, we're going to have to make a longer day.
Yeah.
Get something to say to you.
No, I was just going to mention that you have a website. I think your website was actually mentioned in a New York Times article, and you yourself was mentioned by the U.S. News and World Report.
Yes, it was. USA Today and U.S. News and World Report, you're right. Back in 1986, some guy from USA Today found me and talked to me about my video collection. Here's the result. My first claim to fame when I was in the USA Today Sunday magazine with part of my collection in the background and my SLJ7 Japanese Betamax with me. And since then I have been featured in USA Today, US News and World Report, the New York Times, and the Plain Dealer. All for my Betamax website.
And you've written a lot of articles yourself for magazines, right?
I've written over the years for a lot of video magazines, yes. Yes. And plus I did that tech report for the Nightlife Show from Orlando, Florida in the 80s for 6 years. So yeah, I've been busy. I've been busy.
Just kept busy.
Yes, yes it is.
Well, I mean, hey, this was cool.
It was very cool.
This was
Thank
cool.
you.
I
I got so many other questions, but we'd be here forever. I was going to say, what was your the oddest request from somebody? Is that something that you could never find for somebody? That if someone wanted a request from a TV show or movie that you just couldn't find, or?
There was actually a TV show I could not find until about 1987 or 8. I wanted to find the Hawaii Five-0 pilot called Cocoon in movie form, not a TV show, because I remember seeing it as a movie. Some guy found it from England, had it converted from PAL to NTSC, so we can watch it here in America, and it's up there to this day on beta. I finally got it. So now I have the movie version with no breaks, no fades to black, and the TV version where it fades to black and you have 4 segments. So I got both. Very, very hard to find.
Wow.
But I got it.
Now let me ask you this then: do you
Yeah.
ever go to like garage sales and stuff like that, and you see people? No, never.
A lot of people do. A lot of people I know on Facebook say, "Hey, I found this at a garage sale for $5." No, yawn. That's nice. I pretty much have everything I'm looking for. There's not that much more I'm looking for in the way of old TV shows, and I've still got a couple of contacts that have great, odd, rare TV shows that I stay in touch with. So I don't go to garage sale. I don't need to look for a $5 Betamax. I have all I need. I have all the tapes I need, and if something odd comes along, I usually find out about it somehow. I have a lot of Facebook friends that are into collecting Beta and VHS, and they always post stuff on there, so I pretty much know what's going on.
Well, I should have figured it out myself and figuring out he came up with the system to go through all this by sitting on the couch in front of the TV.
Right.
So I should have figured he's not going to be out looking through boxes of stuff.
Where do I have it here? It's somewhere here. It's a reminder.
I wish I was just half as organized. I wish our set was as half as organized as. Hey,
Not
Rocco,
here.
we
Not
should have him
here.
come down to the set and
here.
teach us some organizing tricks. Might
There
be able
you
to
go.
find some props and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was fantastic sharing time with you and learning that there's
Well,
somebody
I thank
out there
you guys for
keeping
invading
track
my
of all
home.
this. Yeah,
And-
well.
No, it's been a lot of fun.
I mean, look
Lot
at
of
all the
fun.
other stuff we didn't even talk about. So, I mean, all
Oh,
your
yeah.
autographs, your collection,
Right.
George Reeves, the original Superman, the best. Not
Right.
the original, but the best in my
Kirk
opinion.
Allen was really number
Kirk
one.
Allen was
Yeah,
number
there you
one,
go.
but
Yeah.
still not as good as George Reeves, in my
Right,
opinion.
I agree. I agree.
But,
that was
but-
kind of tacky.
Yes.
Really
Oh,
was.
what are you going to
really
do?
Was.
But anyhow, we're going to go. Thanks for having us, by the
Hey,
way.
my
Thanks
pleasure.
for sharing all this stuff.
I do want to
Oh, he's
plug
got
this
more.
book. This is a great book that I'm featured in. That's not why it's great. It's great because it's a great history of home video from start to finish. It's called From Betamax to Blockbuster. and it's got a lot of information in there that you can't find anywhere else. So it's a good read. It's always on eBay, and you can buy it, I'm sure, from Amazon as well. It's a great book.
Wow. And that was by Joshua
M. Greenberg. Right.
You know how you started. It's actually the beginning of what Netflix is today. Really,
Well,
if
in
you
a
think
way.
about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in a way.
Because it's just people trading, and you wanted to get this,
Right.
you wanted to get that, but you couldn't. It wasn't such easy access, and
Right.
You know,
Well,
it's just kinda
I
that.
actually rented stuff from Netflix when they first began, where they would send you a DVD in the mail. I'd watch it and send it back, and yeah.
Well, now in the future, maybe somebody will have the Midnight Movie on their wall and
Never
be
know.
trading us.
I want a
Hopefully,
shirt
we're
like
trade
that.
worthy.
I like that shirt, by the way. Can I get a shirt like that?
You have to talk to
That's nice.
Rocco.
Okay,
He's the
you
boss.
got it.
Well,
You
we're going
got
to go
it.
back to our movie.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
You videophiles out there, feel free to put this movie on your wall.
There you go.
Courtesy of the Midnight Movie Show.
That's right.
Sounds good.
Right back to you. Have a great night. Thanks, Ray, for having
Bye,
us.
guys. Thank you.